Hello there YouTube, this is Sibbles and Bits back at it again with another Inkbound Daily. Today is the solo daily for September 22nd, and today I completely lost myself. Today we are going to be playing Star Captain, going from Derelict Starship into Silent Promenade, and then up against Cinder. The good thing is that as opposed to yesterday, those books are relatively easy. Like, they're probably some of the easiest bosses in the game, he says, as Spicy Foes is on the screen right now. So, Spicy Foes is an obvious problem with Star Captain, because we got so much frickin' honkin' AoE that we're likely to just blow ourselves up. So we need to figure out how to solve that. Having shield on hit on Cryoclasm helps. Finding a source of healing. Making sure that we have drones, because I don't think that drones activate it. I haven't honestly tested that. That would be absolutely terrible. The other important thing to note is that bindings no longer have cooldowns. So we can do some really fun stuff with Star Captain with no cooldowns. Not necessarily good, but fun. We can like rapid fire our drones in order to produce thorns or shielding. We can just use Cryoclasm all the time, especially if we get -1. I don't believe -1 will is exclusive on Cryoclasm, so we can get 2 of them. And then, of course, like interactions with other skills, such as Cleave isn't too bad with Cryoclasm, especially if you get the triple swipe, or not Cryoclasm, my bad, isn't bad with drones. We're basically just using it as a drone vector at that point, so there's better skills, but Cleave isn't bad, especially when it doesn't have a cooldown. Suddenly, Cleave's very good. Smoke Bomb. Smoke Bomb's always fun. Also a very good drone vector. We got a lot of stuff that we can use. And so we pretty much just have to navigate this space. Gain spiked, apparently. So we've got that in mind. And we have to figure out how to beat Cinder. Again, single target, which I would say Star Captain suffers with, like, at a baseline, but has many ways to actually build into that. So as long as Spicy Foes doesn't kill us, so we need to figure that out, we should be fine. And then, of course, we also got Devilish, which is 2 random... Okay. And this got buffed to being on both books now. Frozen Finger reduces our highest cooldown, kind of like that. Also, the Frostbite damage is nice. Ink Needle Compass for some crits. Okay. Now, Spiked Leader seems pretty good, because if we need to gain 100 Spiked, it's definitely a way to start into that. The problem is that it does absolutely nothing for our actual game plan here. I still honestly might take it, just to do some funny stuff, to be perfectly honest. Otherwise, like, these are all also very good options. We could very well scale into Frostbite and actually, like, use it. Depending on what our other skills are, Frosty Cryoclasm, which would then put a total of 4 Frostbite stacks on, you know, half the screen. Then we can follow up with something else, and then the Frostbite's going to prevent us from having to hit the targets multiple times. It could be a way for us to get out of that. Like I showed in the, I think it was a Weaver video. I don't remember who exactly did it. But I also like spikes with Spicy Foes, because that's another easily scalable, air quotes, hit that you can just reflect back whenever you trigger Spicy Foes. And so if that kills the target, then it's kind of nice. So it's basically like a free drone that everybody can use in this specific instance, but not everybody has good access to spikes. Yeah, I think I'm going to take this, and we might go a little bit buck wild with it. Another thing to note is that they did buff how much quillings that bosses give you. We don't know exactly how much that is yet, or if we do, nobody told me. So it might be that we don't have to take quilling cages in order to spend 250 quillings. We're going to keep taking quilling cages until we find out exactly what that is. We got 2 potions immediately, which is kind of suspicious. I think I saw Scribe vent. Why are you guys beefy? This is the worst trade in the history of trade deals. If I mission leader to get myself a drone, it will not help. Unless, of course, I was to double. Is that actually the right move? Oh, that actually does. Oh, because we have 1 ability power. What is that from? Oh, it's from frickin' mission leader. Duh. Alright, so this is going to destroy all of these people. We're going to take 3 damage. Not really much that we can do about that. Then I think I need to focus you. And we have to figure out a way to destroy you this turn, I believe. Okay. Getting prepared on mission leader would be great. Spike damage here. Of these options, I'll take it. What else do we have here? Offensive mode grants frostbite damage. It's a thing. Kind of want to honestly take mission leader again. Oh, are we crazy? We're crazy. It's exclusive. That's how much I've taken it. I never knew that. Why is that exclusive? Hold up. It's kind of ridiculous, you ask me. We're going to put it in F8. Just my opinion. Then we'll take Potent Cryoclasm. It's another good white for us. A Prickly Puffer? Quicken. Do we care about Quicken? I really don't think that we do. I don't even know why I considered it. We have no cooldowns. This is useless. Why? Do we have the single target that we care about, Lightning Bolt? I'm not quite sure that Cryoclasm is the single target that we're looking for, but it might be. It's a way for us to deal damage to units without actually hitting them, so I kind of like it. We might get a good single target binding out of our next binding, which could be Grasp. I don't know, something like that. Jinx. I don't think it would technically be Jinx because we don't really want to farm up Jinx, if that makes any sense. I don't think that we're going to the boiler room here because I'm honestly, like, besides, like, prepared, mission leader, and maybe, like, I think it only, there's a green that dazes the primary target. I don't think that we actually care for getting augments on this character. So let's go ahead and try and get something that's actually, like, gonna help us. Hold on, I got lore here. Darby Replicator. Drones deal more damage and gain a drone at the start of each turn. That's huge. Or Bullicum. Upon collecting an orb, gain 5 magic power until a binding is used. Less exciting, but okay. So Cone of Frost would have been considerable if we wanted to go into... What is it? We can get our multipliers and plus frostbite damage off of it, which is pretty nice, but not entirely what I'm looking for here. Let's go ahead and go to the Superior Vault. I'm feeling very comfortable for Mimic, famous last words, but well, I really don't care for Mercurial. Why are you down there? You are not being nice. Is this really what I want to do? Or is it Mission Leader into Lightning Bolt? Oh, Lightning Bolt can also go 0 mana cost, which is another reason why we take it. If we get 0 mana cost on it, we win the game. Simple as. How are you? Oh, because... I understand now. I think we're going to Disintegrate at this point. We might just Vengeful Infusion, but I think we're going to need that during the actual like boss fight. We're going to take a lot of damage, that's for sure. Hit you with that. Grab this. Hit you with this. We're doing pretty good on damage as far as damage taken. I don't know if we're doing good as far as damage dealt. I think we're going to be fine. What mode are we on? We're on offensive mode. I would prefer to mitigate a little bit of damage, thank you. Excuse me. Does this actually work? Okay. Not sure if that's intended. I don't like it. Stone Mind is fine. Gossamer Dream, like, this is just 3 magic power. There's no way that that's gonna happen. I'm fine with taking physical power here. We got quite a bit of magic power, plus we're trying to sort of go into like drones and all that stuff. I would like my drones to deal more damage. I'm trying to think if I want the other green here. I don't think that I do, and this is absolutely useless. Yeah. Like, the only good thing about Daze on primary target here is that it's good to help you with your bossing if you've got no damage. But if you've got no damage, you kind of need more damage, especially in this economy. And you get Daze early because most skills get Daze at blue, so that's nice. But no, just pump it up. Cleave. I said that Cleave is pretty good when it doesn't have a cooldown, especially if we're pumping physical damage. Cultivate is also something to note because we could turn it into an infinite. It's just a very annoying infinite, and I would prefer to not have to do that again. But you might have to. Do we just grab Cleave anyways, though? So basically, very good single target. I believe it does better than Cryoclasm. It does. For the same cost. And it inflicts bleed so that, you know, enemies have bleed on them. Otherwise, I could see Cultivate. Especially if we get to, like, a nigh infinite status, then Chilazer. A lot of what Chilazer does is scale other shit. And so, we could use it. Otherwise, Incendiary without a cooldown is pretty funny. We could get the double burn stacks and just by itself rack up a ton of burn on enemies. If for whatever reason we wanted to just kill one enemy in particular. Like, I think these are all good options. I just hate Cultivate. That's my bias. So does this mean that I actually take Cleave? The other thing that I like about Cleave is that it also gives shielding. Cultivate Ascension gives shielding, but that's a specific Ascension. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Cleave. It's also a smaller AoE, so if I don't want to hit everything on the screen, it's an easy way for me to get around that. We have not spent any money, so we can buy whatever we want here. Ringleader's Hat is just free will, because we're always going to get hit. Free crits is nice. Otherwise, Frozen Finger just makes sure that we always have our cooldowns. And we don't care about our cooldowns. I just realized that. What the heck? I don't think that these are what we're looking for, to be honest. I could see counter assistance, though. Counter assistance for 70 isn't bad. We'll go ahead and we'll take that. Alright, little guy. Alright, little guy. Alright, we're going to be hitting these guys, which is kind of suffer. Maybe this is the correct play here. I definitely like that. Alright. That was pretty dang good. We're going to take 3 damage. I think I'm almost okay with that to save this this for next turn. Well, what the heck's going on with you guys? They're all freaking out. We might as well grab this before we come down here. They're all done. Do I want to cleave again? We don't really have a lot of good physical damage, so that's really like 120 damage a turn. We can definitely do better than that. Complete that quest, because why not? And I don't know, we honestly might. Or we might just mission leader twice. Just a little weird. We're not looking good as far as getting this done. Maybe we're supposed to take this Vengeful Infusion to gain 10 spiked. 10 spike goes a long way. It's something. And I think we are going to do that. A little crazy, I know. We are in trouble. Yeah, we are in trouble. Maybe Ringleaders was the right choice. Who knows? But this is turn 5, so now we somehow have to like face this man without like taking a turn. Yeah, we scuffed this up. I don't know where we messed it up. Maybe the correct move was to grab Cultivate, but we didn't have any Augs with which to actually do anything with it. It does nothing by itself. Looking at everything we have here, it doesn't crit. I suppose that's something that it does. I don't know why I grabbed that either. What are we on? I want to be on offensive mode. We're going to take some damage here. That's going to happen. We could have backed up a bit. I'm more concerned with putting myself in a position to actually do something thereafter. This critting is nice, thank you. And I'm almost inclined to do that again, but it's not really going to do a lot of damage. Like, it's just below our Cryoclasm. And since this isn't hitting anything, we need to remember to start doing that again. Or switching over to that. Yeah, maybe Cleave didn't really give us anything. Maybe it was supposed to be something like Incendiary, especially with how much magic damage that we were pumping into. Yeah. 2 extra turns, that's unfortunate. Turn Lightning Bolt into a single target seems nice. There's -1 will cost. Well, we would have won the game had we actually solved Mimic properly. Maybe I'm thinking about the health boost that they got. And so that should have won. I'm not entirely sure about that. We did grab a ton of spikes, which obviously doesn't do anything versus bosses. But now we have an infinite versus bosses, so... Okay, of these options, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take more damage. Critical chance is nice, but we just need to kill bosses quickly. That and single out 1 unit and make their life miserable. We do not need to go to a Glyph Globe. We're perfectly happy with what we got. We need Heroic Vaults to give us access to stuff like shielding. Shielding would be nice, like, say, a Ringleader's hat. Yeah, it's possible that a Ringleader's hat would have made all the difference there. Because we took 3 turns to beat him the first time, missed him by a smidge. If we would have had 1 extra will the other 2 turns, then we possibly could have phased him a little bit earlier. I mean, almost guaranteed, actually. And then we just would have needed better outcomes on the second half. But the second half was admittedly a little bit harder for us to deal damage. Maybe it was buying Ringleaders. I do not know. Oh, hello. But yeah, we definitely need to solve defense, because we are going to tear ourselves up with this infinite. And maybe that's what our little shenanigans here are for. That honestly might be it. Wait, did we get offered a legendary? We did. Right? The 7 magic powers are legendary, yeah? Man, I don't freaking know. So we're gonna boogie. Then we're gonna boogie some more. Then we're gonna blap, blap. Okay, I think I know how we're doing this now. If we get an Ascension that doubles that, that's what we want. Faulty Flask is good at making our health back. Shocking Core Cap is definitely better than Frozen Finger. Trying to look here at... Probably Gossamer Dream is like the worst thing here, so we can go ahead and replace that. Although, theoretically, Stone Mine shouldn't happen if we have Faulty Flask. Bosses could definitely deal some damage to us. That's not entirely true. We don't Frostbite anymore. So I guess it's more crit chance. Lethal Lightning is an idea. Again, if we just crit, then we don't got to worry about enemies. Prepared Mission Leader is an extra, like, cycle. Is that necessary? I'm not sure that that's necessary. What's the other purple? Isn't it just damage? Still, we'll grab Lethal Lightning. That'll work. Gross? I think it's Trailblazer. Because buffing Frostbite damage isn't necessarily something that we need to do right now. So we'll go ahead and we'll just do Trailblazer instead, just to give us more shielding. And now we've got a really weird setup. Do we want to go to a Carver's Refuge? I don't think so. I'm looking at how much money we have. I didn't check to see how much money we got off of that boss. I'll have to do that later. But so long as it was more than 40... we should be good to visit a Carver, pick up one item. Otherwise, I could see going to this Binding Empowerment and just grabbing a green. Green's pretty good for us. I believe Shield on Hit on Cleave is on green. Not that we'd particularly want to do it, but, you know, I'm just saying that there's some stuff here. We could grab more drone damage. It's probably more useful than additional drone on purple. I will take that. -1 base cooldown. Yeah, we'll take shielding. Again, we're not really using cleave, but was kind of hoping for the extra drone damage because I know for a fact that's not exclusive. And then, well, we took a gamble and lost, but I'm not sure that we would have bought anything out of a shop or done anything like that. So I'm again not too concerned about it. Another Heroic Vault would be nice. We could kind of use a source of shielding, although now that we've got our setup, we're producing 4 spikes a turn. Is that enough? Kinda not. Alright. Do the boogie. I was wondering how he got 2 shock. Because we don't have the one that shocks them. We don't have extra shock here. How did you have 2 shock? Is Shocking Core Cap applying shock now instead of... That'd be a little weird. We're going to do a bunch of math here because we're nerds. We're going to just have to hit each of you guys individually. Hope you guys like that sound because you're going to hear a lot of it. Okay, very happy with our results here. Quandary Machine. I'm sorry! I think this is too late. However, comma, I like it. Okay. So this affects Blazing Barrier. And it affects spicy foes. It's going to increase our damage by about 50%. Is that to a point where we actually like it? We kind of also want to spread shock. I'm not sure we want glass cannon. I guess I'll take one ability power. There's plus 50 damage. Additional drone, not sure that I'd like prepared. Because additional drone would imply that I guess we kind of do cast more abilities than we do. That's a lot of drones, though. Like, we don't need that many drones. Oh. Kind of just wanted to deal... Oh no, purple's extra shock stack, isn't it? Which would spread more damage, but not really help us. I think that we honestly want plus 50 damage. Additional drone was very tempting, though. Okay, do we still need items? I think we might want stats more. Of course, we could have gotten another Quandary machine. We still use spike damage, funnily enough. Our drones use physical damage. They're not really getting much of a buff, besides we are scaling their base damage, which is kind of a multiplier. We can take critical damage here. We don't have to get fancy. Alright, let's do this. Let's send you down there. I like it. Okay. Alright, let's do the dance. I'm actually willing to use Unstable Brew just to... Actually, do I have to phase you here? Like, we certainly have the defense. What am I saying? Like, I keep forgetting that we're infinite. I'm looking at how many frickin' drones we have, and I'm like, man, we don't want to, like, run out of drones. It really doesn't matter. He's done. Oh my goodness, today must have been a day at work. I apologize for everyone who had to watch that insanity. Do I let you go just to use another drone on you? Yeah, why are you getting too shocked? Oh, because Zap inflicts too shocked. I am a fool. Okay, we are going to let you go. Just to get another... Then I think what we're honestly going to do is farm drones like this. Okay, okay. It's working. I'm feeling the chemicals. These are useless. Let's go for quest progression. Gain 1 sentinel drone for each enemy hit by the secondary effect. Wah. Discounted cleave isn't bad. We don't care because we're never using Cryoclasm, but you know, quest progression, I guess. Oh hey, we got all the Cryoclasm augments. Look at that. Font of Wisdom, legendary ability power. You know, when it doesn't deal me damage, I think I'm willing to take ability power. Kind of funny how that works. Anyways. We have a ton of money. So they must have really buffed bosses. Granted, I only used like 70. We could have high rolled. So we have an extra 80 on there. We would be at 830. I guess that's a... I don't know. It just feels like a lot. This is free. We'd might as well. Plus it's 4 damage with 1 drone. So helps our little mini quest progression there. And we're going to do the dance. You know what's going to happen. I think I would prefer to hit 1 target. Regardless of the like funny quest that we're trying to do. This guy has the most health, so that's how we're going to go about it. Okay, you have the most health. Now we're critting. Goodbye. Okay. Oh shit. Oh shit. No. We missed it by 1 dance. I'm trying to look here. Like, if we miss this hard fight, technically, I don't know if they reduced a turn on this, so we have an extra turn. But if we miss this hard fight, that's 300. If we miss our run quest, that's 400 and a legendary that we don't need. But technically, to get more points, we should sit here. That's so sad. That was an extra turn. That's what I thought. Clepsydranium is 5 magic power. Not into it. Conduit of Hybridize. Like, these don't matter because we don't have cooldowns or spend will. So it's Heart of the Last Lifeless. And that could probably replace Stone Mine because it's not doing anything for us. What do we got here? Pile of Tiles is kind of cute. I don't know if that actually hurts us, though. Miser's Purse is good damage. I think I like that more than 3% crit chance, 12% crit damage. Possibly. I guess we don't need counter assistance. It really doesn't matter if something crits if we're only using 1 ability. And just give me ability power here. We're going to get a ton. That's actually kind of freaking huge. We were going to put +1 drone on that thing? These are useless, but they're there for you guys. Alright. Well, let's do it, YouTube. Tell me where I missed a possible, like, mission leader. Maybe in, like, the first few turns where I was more reserved about it. But I just feel like... Yeah, let's get that in first. I just feel like we shouldn't have taken that one, right? And I'd kind of like to know where we took that one. That's a lot of damage. I shouldn't have put myself in the center of the arena. The thing is that when I tried to show this off last time, he didn't do it. And then when I played it off camera, he didn't go straight into the airborne mode either. So I was like, oh, he's going to go into the cone attack now. That's just what he does on this patch. And so now it's like, nope, now that you set yourself up in the middle of the arena, I'm going to do this. Which might actually mean that that's a conditional AI move. And if you're towards the center, he will lift up into the air. But if you're not, he won't. Which is good manipulation tech. If it's true. Anyways, we're dancing. You know how it is. Excuse me, I want that. Flap. Flap. We have no stacks of any funny business, so we'll just put ourselves like right here. Might as well use this. Alright, I hope you're ready to get stuffed. Huh. Okay. Give me another 15 ability power that we don't need. We're going to do some dancing. And we didn't crit, so I guess you'll live for like one lightning bolt. Anyways. Fun run. We just, we probably didn't respect Mimic enough with the new health and stuff like that. And we didn't press mission leader enough. Like that's honestly it. Wait, we got 4 turn penalties? Where was our other turn penalty? Was it on fight 1? It had to have been. They really expect me to kill that in 1 turn? I'll have to go back. Like, that's ridiculous if that's the case. Yeah, because we had 2 versus the boss, which is -1000. We know we missed the elite, so it had to have been a 200, so a normal fight. They penalized us for fight 1 for taking 2 fights to take out a frickin' Figment with like 500 HP? Are you serious? That's about to be a complaint, if true. Anyways, other than that, hopefully the run was enjoyable, or at least educational. If you have any comments whatsoever, be it questions, comments, concerns, misplay alerts, be sure to put those down in the comments below. And until next time, I will catch you guys around.